Hi, this video is going to talk about how to publish your project to itch.io. Basically, the best way to submit, showcase, share, playtest your game. Because instead of building your project to a downloadable executable file, it builds it to a WebGL file, means it can be played on the browser. I recommend doing this on a home PC or a laptop because on the class computers, Unity was not downloaded using Unity Hub apparently. So it's harder to get WebGL. It's possible, but it's a lot more complicated. So usually it's fairly easy to get WebGL. First thing I would do, I made a project in the same version that we're using in class right now, which is 3.49. It doesn't matter whenever you're watching this, if it's a different version. It's basically just a version of Unity that doesn't have WebGL on it yet. I would check if you have it by going to File and then Build Settings, and then you see WebGL is grayed out, so you don't have it. The easiest way to get it, which I guarantee that you will have this option available, is by opening up Unity Hub, going to the Installs button on the left-hand side, locating the project that you're working on, whatever that version is. Just make sure it's the same version of the project you're working on, which you can see if I look at my project at the very top here. You can see the version. Back in the Unity Hub, click on the gear icon next to that version, and then click on the Add Modules. And then you'll just find it here. Find WebGL build support, and you click it and hit continue. Alternatively, if you don't have it, you can just go to WebGL in the build settings again and select the install with Unity Hub button. And that's just taking us to the same exact page. But the reason we can do that is because we installed Unity using the Unity Hub, which is the default way of installing Unity. I'm not sure how they got it on the class computers without doing this, but if there's not, if it wasn't installed using the Unity Hub and you don't have WebGL automatically there, then in this section there would be like an open downloads page button instead, which you can do it that way. You would just click on that button. It would give you like a downloadable that would go to your downloads folder. Then you'd open that up. And then if it doesn't automatically tell you to save it here, like it would tell you to save it in this file path. If it doesn't automatically save it there, then you would just have to find this file path and save it there yourself. So this is just the file project of our Unity version. So that would be how you could theoretically get it on the school computers. Maybe I'll make a video of that, but I'm not sure if I can record on the school computer. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and add it. WebGL build support. All right, I cut the part out. I just waited for that to download, and then I restarted Unity. That's important to remember. After it downloads, restart. Open it back up, which I just did. File, build settings, click on the WebGL now, and then click the switch platform button, which is going to take another minute or so. So I'm going to cut past this. All right, now that that is done, we are ready to build our project. So we just hit the build button that is now available. Hit the new folder, create a builds folder, and then save it there. Then that's going to take a little bit of time. So we'll do another cut. One thing to note is if your project has multiple scenes, then you want to drag them from your project browser down here to this scenes and build panel. And the first scene in there is going to be the first scene that shows up when you play the game on itch. All right, when it was done, a window popped up and I just hit allow. And then it opened up the build folder. If for some reason you lose track of this, it's just find wherever your project is and open the builds folder from there. It's important to remember is you want to shift select. So click, shift, click, and compress all these together. So compress to zip file. That's how you zip the file. I'll just keep it as build. And that's what we're going to upload to itch. So if you go to itch, log into your account or create one if you don't have one. I just did another cut. I just logged in. And then I'm going to hit this arrow drop down in the top right, upload new project, itch test project, give it a name. Switch the kind of project from downloadable to HTML. That's important. Then click the upload files button and track down that build zipped folder that we just made. Make sure you upload the one that we zipped up. Make sure you select this file will be played in the browser out of the options that show up. I'm going to auto detect size for this and then add a full screen button and then save and view page. And then remember, after you save and view it, you have to go back and set it to public. Else I won't be able to see it because it'll be private. But you can only set it to public after you post it for some reason. So click on the edit game in the toolbar at the top and then set it to public. And that's just if you want to share the link with anybody, you have to do this. Save it again and then view page. Then I didn't add anything, but theoretically the game would be, I'll show this one. The other one was a downloadable. But in theory, it would look something like this. Shout out to the students who made this game. Yeah, and that's it. So whenever you want to share the project, all you have to do is share this link to whatever, or the link of wherever your game is. So I would recommend whenever you need to build it again, all you have to do is go to File, Build Settings, and hit the Build button. I would either delete the old build, but most people would probably tell you just to make a new folder and save it in there. That's it.